this man was an upright and just man, one that feared God and eschewed evil. And he had 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 she-asses. And his family was very great, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East. And his sons went and banqueted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And when the days of their banqueting were gone about, Job sent and sanctified the land, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings, according to the number of them all. For Job thought, it may be that my sons have sinned, and blasphemed God in their hearts. Thus did Job every day. Now on a day, when the children of God came and stood before the Lord, Satan came also among them. Then the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord, saying, From compassing the earth to and fro, and from walking in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou not considered my servant Job, how none is like him in the earth, an upright and just man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doth Job fear God for naught? Hast thou not made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath, on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But stretch out now thine hand, and touch all that he hath, to see if he will not blaspheme thee to thy face. Then the Lord said unto Satan, Lo, all that he hath is in thine hand, only upon himself shalt thou not stretch out thine hand. So Satan departed from the presence of the Lord. And on a day, when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house, there came a messenger unto Job, and said, The oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding in their places, and the Shabians came violently and took them. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, but I only am escaped alone to tell thee. And whilst he was yet speaking, another came and said, The fire of God is fallen from heaven, and hath burnt up the sheep and the servants, and devoured them. But I only am escaped alone to tell thee. And whilst he was yet speaking, another came and said, The Chaldeans set out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have taken them, and have slain the servants with the edge of the sword. But I only am escaped alone to tell thee. And whilst he was yet speaking, came another, and said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from beyond the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, which fell upon the children, and they are dead, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose, and rent his garment, and shaved his head, and fell down upon the ground, and worshipped, and said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord hath he given, and the Lord hath taken it. Blessed be the name of the Lord. to see if he will not blaspheme thee to thy face. Then the Lord said unto Satan, Lo, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So Satan departed from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils, from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took a potsherd to scrape him, and he sate down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou continue yet in thine uprightness? Blaspheme God, and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest like a foolish woman. What, shall we receive good at the hand of God, and not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came every one from his own place, to wit, Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite, for they were agreed together to come to lament with him, and to comfort him. So when they lift up their eyes afar off, they knew him not. Therefore they lift up their voices and wept, and every one of them rent his garments, and sprinkled dust upon their heads toward the heaven. So they sate by him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spake a word unto him, for they saw that the grief was very great. Chapter 3. Afterward Job opened his mouth, and cursed his day. And Job cried out, and said, Let the day perish, wherein I was born, and the night when it was said, There is a man-child conceived. Let that day be darkness, let not God regard it from above, nor let the light shine upon it. But let darkness and the shadow of death stain it. Let the cloud remain upon it, and let them make it fearful as a bitter day. Let darkness possess that night, let it not be joined unto the days of the year, nor let it come into the count of the months. Yea, desolate be that night, and let no joy be in it. Let them that curse the day, being ready to renew their mourning, curse it. Let the stars of the twilight be dim through darkness of it. Let it look for light, but have none, neither let it see the dawning of the day. Because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. Why died I not in the birth, or why died I not when I came out of the womb? Why did the knees prevent me, and why did I suck the breasts? For so should I now have lion and been quiet. I should have slept then and been at rest, with the kings and the counselors of the earth, which have builded themselves desolate places, or with the princes that had gold, and have filled their houses with silver. Or why was I not hid as an untimely birth, either as infants which have not seen the light? The wicked have ceased from their tyranny, and they that labored valiantly are at rest. The prisoners rest together, and hear not the voice of the oppressor. There are small and great, and the servant is free from his master. Wherefore is the light given to him that is in misery, life unto them that have heavy hearts, which long for death, and if it come not, they would even search it more than treasures, which joy for gladness and rejoice when they can find the grave. Why is the light given to the man whose way is hid, and whom God hath hedged in? For my sighing cometh before I eat. nostrils are they consumed. The roaring of the lion, and the voice of the lioness, and the teeth of the lion's whelps are broken. The lion perisheth for lack of prey, and the lion's whelps are scattered abroad. But a thing was brought to me secretly, and mine ear hath received a little thereof. In the thoughts of the visions of the night when sleep falleth on men, fear came upon me, and dread which made all my bones to tremble. And the wind passed before me, and made the hairs of my flesh to stand up. Then stood one, and I knew not his face. An image was before mine eyes, and in silence heard I a voice, saying, Shall man be more just than God, or shall a man be more pure than his Maker? Behold, he found no steadfastness in his servants, and laid folly upon his angels. How much more in them that dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, which shall be destroyed before the month. They be destroyed from the morning unto the evening, they perish forever without regard. Doth not their dignity go away with them? Do they not die, and that without wisdom? Chapter 5. Call now, if any will answer thee, and to which of the saints wilt thou turn? Doubtless anger killeth the foolish, and envy slayeth the idiots. I have seen the foolishness well rooted, and suddenly I cursed his habitation, saying, His children shall be far from salvation, and they shall be destroyed in the gate, and none shall deliver them. The hungry shall eat up his harvest, yea, they shall take it from among the thorns, and the thirsty shall drink up their substance. For misery cometh not forth of the dust, neither doth affliction spring out of the earth. But man is born unto travail, as the sparks fly upward. But I would inquire at God, and turn my talk unto God, which doth great things, and unsearchable and marvelous things without number. He giveth rain upon the earth, and poureth water upon the streets, and setteth up on high them that be low, that the sorrowful may be exalted to salvation. He scattered the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot accomplish that which they do enterprise. He taketh the wise in their craftiness, and the counsel of the wicked is made foolish. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope at noonday, as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the violent man. So that the poor hath his hope, but iniquity shall stop her mouth. Behold, blessed is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore refuse not thou the chastising of the Almighty. For he maketh the wound, and bindeth it up. He smiteth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, and in the 7th the evil shall not touch thee. In famine he shall deliver thee from death, and in battle from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, and thou shalt not be afraid of the destruction when it cometh. But thou shalt laugh at destruction and dearth, and shalt not be afraid of the beast of the earth. For the stones of the field shall be in league with thee, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that peace shall be in thy tabernacle, and thou shalt visit thine habitation, and shall not sin. Thou shalt perceive also that thy seed shall be great, and thy posterity as the grass of the earth. Thou shalt go to thy grave in a full age, as a rick of corn cometh in due season into the barn. Lo, thus have we inquired of it, and so it is. Hear this, and know it for thyself. Chapter 6. But Job answered and said, O that my grief were well weighed, and my miseries were laid together in the balance. For it would be now heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words are swallowed up. For the arrows of the Almighty are in me, the venom whereof doth drink up my spirit, and the terrors of God fight against me. Doth the wild ass bray when he hath the grass, or loweth the ox when he hath the fodder? That which is unsavory, shall it be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? Such things as my soul refused to touch, as were sorrows, are my meat. Oh, that I might have my desire, and that God would grant me the thing that I long for. That is, that God would destroy me, that he would let his hand go, and cut me off. Then should I yet have comfort, though I burn with sorrow, let him not spare, because I have not denied the words of the Holy One. What power have I that I should endure, or what is mine end if I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh of brass? Is it not so, that there is in me no help, and that strength is taken from me? He that is in misery ought to be comforted of his neighbor, but men have forsaken the fear of the Almighty. My brethren have deceived me as a brook, and as the rising of the rivers they pass away, which are blackish with ye, and wherein the snow is hid, but in time they are dried up with heat, and are consumed, and when it is hot they fail out of their places. Or they depart from their way and course, yes, they vanish and perish. They that go to Tema considered them, and they that go to Sheba waited for them. But they were confounded, and they hoped. They came together and were ashamed. Surely now are ye like unto it. Ye have seen my fearful plague, and are afraid. Was it because I said, Bring unto me, or give a reward to me of your substance, and deliver me from the enemy's hand, or ransom me out of the hand of tyrants? Teach me, and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to understand wherein I have erred. How steadfast are the words of righteousness, and what can any of you justly reprove? Do ye imagine to reprove words, that the talk of the afflicted should be as the wind? Ye make your wrath to fall upon the fatherless, and dig a pit for your friend. Now therefore be content to look upon me, for I will not lie before your face. Turn, I pray you, let there be none iniquity, return, I say, and ye shall see yet my righteousness in that behalf. Is there iniquity in my tongue? Doth not my mouth feel sorrows? Chapter 7. Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth, and are not his days as the days of a hireling? As a servant longeth for the shadow, and as the hireling looketh for the end of his work, so have I had as an inheritance the months of vanity, and painful nights have been appointed unto me. If I laid me down, I said, When shall I arise? And measuring the evening, I am even full with tossing to and fro unto the dawning of the day. My flesh is clothed with worms, and filthiness of the dust. My skin is rent, and become horrible. My days are swifter than the weaver's shuttle, and they are spent without hope. Remember that my life is but a wind, Thine eyes are upon me, and I shall be no longer. As the cloud vanisheth and goeth away, so he that goeth down to the grave shall come up no more. He shall return no more to his house, neither shall his place know him any more. Therefore I will not spare my mouth, but will speak in the trouble of my spirit, and muse in the bitterness of my mind. Am I a sea or a whale fish, that thou keepest me in ward? When I say, my couch shall receive me, and my bed shall bring comfort in my meditation, then fearest thou me with dreams, and astonish me with visions. Therefore my soul echoeth rather to be strangled and to die, than to be in my bones. I abhor it, I shall not live alway. Spare me then, for my days are but vanity. What is man that thou dost magnify him, and that thou settest thine heart upon him, and doth visit him every morning, and triest him every moment? How long will it be ere thou depart from me? Thou wilt not let me alone whilst I may swallow my spittle. I have sinned, what shall I do unto thee? O thou preserver of men, why hast thou set me as a mark against thee, so that I am a burden unto myself? And why dost thou not pardon my trespass, and take away my iniquity? For now shall I sleep in the dust, and if thou seekest me in the morning, I shall not be found. Chapter 8. Then answered Bildad the Shuhite, and said, How long wilt thou talk of these things, and how long shall the words of thy mouth be as a mighty wind? Doth God pervert judgment, or doth the Almighty subvert justice? If thy sons have sinned against him, and he hath sent them into the place of their iniquity, yet if thou wilt early seek unto God, and pray to the Almighty, if thou be pure and upright, then surely he will awake up unto thee, and he will make the habitation of thy righteousness prosperous. And though thy beginning be small, yet thy latter end shall greatly increase. Inquire therefore, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. For we are but of yesterday, and are ignorant, for our days upon earth are but a shadow. Shall not they teach thee, and tell thee, and utter the words of their heart? Can a rush grow without mire, or can the grass grow without water? Though it were in green and not cut down, yet shall it wither before any other herb. So are the paths of all that forget God, and the hypocrites' hope shall perish. His confidence also shall be cut off, and his trust shall be as the house of a spider. He shall lean upon his house, but it shall not stand. He shall hold him fast by it, yet shall it not endure. The tree is green before the sun, and the branches spread over the garden thereof. The ropes thereof are wrapped about the fountain, and are folden about the house of stones. If any pluck it from its place, and it deny, saying, I have not seen thee, behold, it will rejoice by this means, that it may grow in another mold. Behold, God will not cast away an upright man, neither will he take the wicked by the hand, till he have filled thy mouth with laughter, and thy lips with joy. They that hate thee shall be clothed with shame, and the dwelling of the wicked shall not remain. Chapter 9. Then Job answered and said, I know verily that it is so. For how should man compared unto God be justified? If he would dispute with him, he could not answer him one thing of 1,000. He is wise curse against him, and hath prospered. He removeth the mountains, and they feel not when he overthroweth them in his wrath. He removeth the earth out of her place, that the pillars thereof do shake. He commandeth the sun, and it riseth not. He closeth up the stars, as under a signet. He himself alone spreadeth out the heavens, and walketh upon the height of the sea. He maketh the stars Arcturus, Orion, and Pleiades, and the climates of the south. He doth great things and unsearchable, yea, marvelous things without number. Lo, when he goeth by me, I see him not, and when he passeth by, I perceive him not. Behold, when he taketh a prey, who can make him to restore it? Who shall say unto him, What doest thou? God will not withdraw his anger, and the most mighty helps do stoop under him. How much less shall I answer him, or how should I find out my words with him? For though I were just, yet could I not answer, but I would make supplication to my judge. If I cry, and he answers me, yet would I not believe that he heard my voice. For he destroyeth me with a tempest, and woundeth me without cause. He will not suffer me to take my breath, but filleth me with bitterness. If we speak of strength, behold, he is strong. If we speak of judgment, who shall bring me in to plead? If I would justify myself, my own mouth shall condemn me. If I would be perfect, he shall judge me wicked. Though I were perfect, yet I know not my soul, therefore abhor I my life. This is one point. Therefore I said, He destroyeth the perfect and the wicked. If the scourge should suddenly slay, should God laugh at the punishment of the innocent? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where is he, or who is he? My days have been more swift than a post. They have fled, and have seen no good thing. They are past as with the most swift ships, and as the eagle that flieth to the prey. If I say, I will forget my complaint, I will cease from my wrath, and comfort me, then I am afraid of all my sorrows, knowing that thou wilt not judge me innocent. If I be wicked, why labor I thus in vain? If I wash myself with snow water, and purge mine hands most clean, yet shalt thou plunge me in the pit, and mine own clothes shall make me filthy. For he is not a man as I am, that I should answer him. If we come together to judgment, neither is there any umpire that might lay his hands upon us both. Let him take his rod away from me, and let not his fear astonish me. Then will I speak